here now. To you I'm paying attention. You know I'm needing a vision of what I cannot see. Find me and break my habit of hiding, and may a promise define me in my wandering. Welcome, Spirit of God. I know that you love me, though I am lost. Give me the eyes of faith. In darkness, our brilliance, and I will say, surely you are in this place. Surely you are in this place. Surely you are in this place. Show me the multitudes that surround me, a revelation of glory, a portrait of your heart. We say welcome, Lord. Welcome, Spirit of God. I know that you love me, though I am lost. Give me the eyes of faith. In darkness, our brilliance, and I will say, surely you are in this place. Surely you are in this place. I remind myself that surely you are in this place. Ooh, surely you are here, God, even if I didn't realize.
Tay and John, so good to be with you guys.
Love to be with you. Thank you.
Good to be with you too.
Man, super excited to hear these new songs. And just, I think the thing, we first got to hear music kind of trickled in a little bit over the last year, but really heard the first time a couple weeks back. And there's definitely these strong themes that kind of emerge out of this writing, of just God's faithfulness and, amidst the questions. And
Yeah.
But I love this song in this place. It just recognizing and valuing the presence of God,
Beautiful.
And but talk about this song a little bit and just the thoughts behind it when you all were working on it.
Yes. Well, thank you for having us. And this was actually the first song that John and I wrote together. And to be honest, when he sent the demo across, he was singing on it. And I just wept and I cried because again, it was the first one that we had written together. And it was just kind of the start of a beautiful friendship of just getting to, get together over Zoom. We wrote this on Zoom and exactly what you said, just talk about God, talk about his presence, and then kind of worship and see what came. And John actually brought the initial thought and voice memo for this beautiful song. And I just love it. I wept because I was like, God, we can do this. And also you're here. And just the simple reminder of, even when there's so much unknown and even, we were saying before, like a season of chaos and confusion, the truth is that God is here amongst us. And I love that this song was based on Genesis 28, which is the story of Jacob, who one of my friends was preaching about this recently, and she said it perfectly when he was a scoundrel. He was running away from his family. Yeah. He was running away from choices that he had made and decisions that he kind of brought on himself. And he went to sleep in the desert. He put a rock under his head and he went to sleep. And he had this dream. And essentially it was like God showing up in his dream to him. And he saw angels ascending and descending from heaven in that place. And he woke up. And I love that he actually had like reverence and awe. And he was a little bit frightened. And he said, surely you were in this place, God. And I didn't even know it. And then what his response would be, after he was made aware of the presence of God and that God was actually there with him, even though he was running away from his family and his destiny and his purpose, that he actually built an altar on the very rock that he laid down as his pillow, and he poured oil on it and called it, I think it was, it had a previous name before, Luz, I think it was, and they called it Bethel, like this is the house of God, this is a place where you're here. And so I love this song and I'm thankful that we kind of pushed the boundaries a little bit, to the end of the song. And I'm sure John could talk to that even. We tried to write a bridge so bad.
Totally. We
so
just
hard.
thought, a song needs a bridge. So let's, and it's, the chords are cool and we need a bridge, right? Something that's singable and something that gets big. But it just didn't feel right when we chased it down. What felt right was really letting kind of the music point to really what we wanted the song to finish saying and what ultimately the record says, which is, Lord, if you would just help us pay attention, we know that truly you are in this place. It's in the mundane that God makes his dwelling. It's not in the places that you think. That's why Jacob was so, I didn't even know you were, why would you be here in this, like, just a rock? I'm just laying here, but you're here. And now I know because you helped me pay attention. And isn't that, goodness gracious, isn't that what the Christian life is often? It's like, if we just would pay attention to our lives and to the moments and to the things God is already doing, the very mundane, the very banal elements of our lives. And so, that bridge kind of became this kind of, pay attention almost. Like we dare you to pay attention for a minute and a half without any words. Because we're trying to do something a little bit different with the song and with the record.
I'm kind of just giving a little soaking moment.
Absolutely. Well, and it just, there's, when you think about the faithfulness of God, you're looking back, and then there's the moment. That bridge to me is like looking ahead. It's like, because it reminds me of heaven and voices, and
beautiful.
One voice praising God, and it's almost like looking ahead a little bit for me when I hear it, of just getting caught up and being like, wow, it's like one day.
Yes.
It's like one day we're going to see face to face. It's just such a beautiful moment. Well done, John.
That.
Great, just amazing musical moment in the song.
Yes,
yeah,
100%.
Yeah. Well, John, walk us through what you're playing chord wise.
Yeah, so that one, it's kind of, it's actually very, very simple, even though the synth is kind of doing some kind of wild things. At root, it's just a song in D. So you've got here now, to you I'm paying, to the A, attention, to the G, to you I'm needing a vision of what I cannot D. And that's just 1, 5, 4 again. 1. And if I'm playing it on piano, I just kind of like to mark it with these very simple quarter notes. To the 5, to the 4, and back to the 1. And then the chorus is 2, which is E minor in the key of D. Welcome to the 5, A, Spirit of God. To the 1, I know that you love me, though I am. And this is one of my favorite chords. It's a 4 chord, but with a different note in the bass. So this is a G chord with B in the bass. It gives it kind of that nice tension. Back to E minor, 2, to the 5, A, to the 1. And then that bridge is 1, which is D, G, 4, to the 1, D, to the 5, A, B minor, 6, 4, G, to the 1, D, and to the 5. Just repeat that over and over. And that's it.
Beautiful.
Such a beautiful song, Taya. Thanks for sharing it with us, and it's so exciting to be able to share these songs with the church. So thank you both.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Welcome, Spirit of God. I know that you love me, though I am lost. Give me the eyes of